there's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D-Wade.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Melo and Tucker are the forwards. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. We try to stop, hold down, combat great offensive play. Clark, in your eyes, what are the keys to great team defense to do that?
Yeah, there are a couple of things, Kevin. One is communication, attention to the detail of what you're trying to minimize or take away. Good offensive teams, you're not going to be able to take away everything, so you try to prioritize what you're going to take away. And then just a collective commitment to communication and to helping each other, because you can't do it at a high level by yourself when you're facing a really good offensive team. Everybody has to be on board and locked into what you're trying to get done defensively.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall, but he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
Houston making some changes. Nene comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Anderson in for P.J. Tucker. So it's the Rockets now. Paul dishes to Nene. Takes a 3. A shot off that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
The slashability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive, cutting mentality.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
You know, when you watch Ben Simmons, he has marvelous talent and all-around ability, but sometimes you can easily focus on what he can't do. He's not a great shooter, so teams do back off of him, but still, this guy is an impact player because he sees the floor, he passes it great, he's a terrific rebounder, and he's got a nice motor.
Here's Anthony. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
Fultz, no good. Rockets trail. And for Simmons, missing his rookie year due to the injury, but he showed he was worth the wait.
No doubt. And you just don't see players with his skills and his body type come around that often, Kevin. I mean, he started quickly out of the gates and took over the Rookie of the Year award race almost immediately.
4-3, Covington. Another miss by Philadelphia. Rockets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Anthony, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one. Johnson kicks to Covington. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the 76ers lead by 2.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Houston making... changes. Ennis, he's checked in for Anthony. Gordon comes in for James Harden. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Paul. And the 76ers also making a change. J.J. Redick's checked in for Fultz. Nene, the screen. Here's Carter-Williams. The Rockets with another miss. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
Here's Simmons. And Redick kicks to Johnson. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Outside, Simmons. Over Ennis. Simmons passes to Chandler. A second chance effort outside for Simmons. To the middle, here's Johnson. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Unselfishness, always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
To end the run, and it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Chandler with the steal. Simmons inside. He feeds it to Johnson. Covington in the corner. Another three for Philadelphia.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Nene. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-6 run. And Redick kicks to Chandler. Over Anderson. Nene pulls it in. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his third foul of the game. And the 76ers with some changes. Korkmaz comes in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. Pass to Nene. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. The Rockets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
That one is off. With the amount of characters and personalities on this Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it can get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
Chandler with the screen on Gordon. Redick for three. It's rebounded by Carter-Williams. Rockets trail by 7. Gordon for three. The shot will not fall. Johnson kicks to Smith. Tries again. Rebound by Ennis. Here's Anderson. And so it's Philadelphia, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, hot start, cool finish. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter it died down a little bit.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to...
And that does it for our halftime show. We now...
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. And now the third quarter about to get going. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he squatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination, strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. Charges the 4 with Embiid in the middle. T.J. McConnell is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Chandler in at the 3 slot. Redick way outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Rockets trail by 7. And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. McConnell passes to Saric. Embiid kicks to Chandler. And there's the pass to Embiid. Over Nene. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
Green, he's checked in for James Harden. Clark, you were in Indiana after being drafted by the Pacers for a few seasons. Who are some of the more talented guys you played with there?
Well, Herb Williams, a teammate of mine at Ohio State, really outstanding big guy, mobile, could shoot it, excellent defender, shot blocker, and a high-quality guy. Vern Fleming was a guard that had size, excellent defender, driver of the ball. Wayman Tisdale, and he rests in peace. We lost Wayman a number of years ago to cancer. Really a gifted scorer. Steve Stepanovich, he and I both had to retire about the same time due to different knee trouble, and he was a rugged, mobile, good shooting big guy who I think would have continued to excel had he not had to retire.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
Houston with the big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. P.J. Tucker comes in for Anderson. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for James Ennis. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Green. Paul passes to Carmelo. Capella with a screen on Chandler. Anthony kicks to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
You know, Capella, one of the very best in the league at getting out of the screen and getting to the right spot.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Redick from deep three-point land. Here's Embiid, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
The 76ers making a switch here. Fultz is checked in. Paul kicks to Gordon. Screen by Capella. Gordon, the pass to Anthony. Drills the three-pointer. Anthony's got 7 points.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Okay, time now for an injury report. And let's get an update on James Harden's injury. David, any news there?
The guys, I was able to talk with Houston's head athletic trainer about his status. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And you look at James Harden, Coach Mike D'Antoni, and the Rocket front office. It really does seem like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think the alignment of the front office and coaching staff really in harmony. And a star in Harden who's the best in the world at delivering in that system. Chris Paul part of the mix too. That's a pretty good fit, it looks like to me.
And another shot. Embiid lays it up and banks it in. 8 points for him.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Screen by Capella. Chandler against Anthony. 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker. James Harden, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Paul. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Simmons is checked in. And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley entering his second decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume three-point shooting big man. He enters the back nine of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the 76ers?
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
High post, Embiid. Nene on him. Embiid's shot is good. Embiid's got 10.
Really like seeing Embiid exert his will, be assertive here. I mean, getting whatever shot he wants inside.
Harden with it. He's got 15, and it's good for 2. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Nene, the screen. Now here's Harden. Tight defense on him. Pass to Nene. Off the pick. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Embiid.
Well, you got to admire the precise passing of Harden. All he needs is a little crack to thread the needle.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Anthony.
Tell you what, when Joel Embiid is healthy, this dude is a super effective player. A polished big man with an arsenal of post moves and shots. He's a handful down there.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston. Over on the wings, it's Harden paired with Melo. Nene is out there with Anderson. And it's Carter-Williams in at the 1 spot. Embiid's shot is good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Stolen by Harden. Anthony in the corner. Covington with the steal. Embiid drives in. Taken away by Nene. Harden has a wide-open look. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defender something extra to think about.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
And, you know, when you watch Embiid, he just oozes with limitless potential. You think about his size and his shooting touch. He can do just about anything he wants to. Tremendous athleticism. If he can stay healthy, I think he can be a dominant player in this league for years to come.
Harden draws the double. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
You know, that's not how you distribute the ball. Needs to be more focused when making passes like that.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Timeout called the Rockets. And Embiid already voted in as an all-star starter for the East. In his second full season, he has hit the ground running.
Yeah, and you talk about him creeping towards 25 and 11 averages at his age. That's just otherworldly. I mean, when he hits his prime, again, contingent upon his health, this guy's going to be an absolute load.
J.J. Redick's checked in for T.J. McConnell. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
Harden the pass to Capella. Harden outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 11 feet away. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
Ball outside. Inside. Here's Harden. Great D that time from Redick.
I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. It looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause a miss.
He kicks to Embiid. It's stolen by Capella. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Rockets trail by 4. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Paul. The offensive rebound.
Good at contesting without fouling. I like seeing Redick in the face of his man.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
At the line, 76ers.
That free throw missing.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable the talent this man has and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Harden draws the double. Capella goes in. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, one of the things you admire most about Clint Capella is that he plays to his strengths. He doesn't do stuff that he can't do. An athletic big man who, in that way, is similar to DeAndre Jordan.
Sharch has checked in for the 76ers. So he comes up empty at the line. Timeout called the 76ers. The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
The 76ers leading by 5. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Embiid kicks to Covington. Back to Embiid. And he gets it to go. Embiid's got 6 points in the quarter.
Good vision that time from Covington. Seems to have a nice knack for making the right pass at the right time.
The Rockets again can't hit. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. .146 left to play.
Oh, wow. Bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound. Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Capella sets a screen for Harden. The Rockets again can't hit.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
You're exactly right, Greg. That's certainly in his range. Forget about the miss and get ready for the next one.
Screen by Sharch, and here's Simmons for 3. .114 left here in the fourth quarter. Left side, Sharch, 6 to shoot. Screen by Simmons. Covington wide open. He fires. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Embiid with the steal. And he drops it in from the low post. And now an 11-point 76ers lead.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner. But unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, is going to be rather flat.
James Harden at the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Harden hits them both.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Screen by Sharch. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Simmons. Over Paul. No good from Simmons. This one just all but in the books.
When he's sprinting down the court like that to the basket, Simmons is virtually impossible to stop.
They get it back. Sharch dishes to Simmons, lays it up off the glass.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Six seconds left in the fourth. Paul outside, over Simmons, it falls.
I think this is Paul at his best. Has one of the nastiest pull-up jumpers in the game.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.